Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about 10 classics that I didn't buy and what I bought instead. The very first one that I want to talk about is this Balmain jacket. Yes, for many years, even now, the Balmain jacket is often referred to as a classic staple item that belongs in every woman's wardrobe, but I have never purchased one. However, I did purchase a very similar looking one for a fraction of the price from Zara's, which I will show you in a minute. I'm not saying that this blazer looks bad, there's nothing wrong with it, but it is quite pricey for a jacket and it has very recognizable details with the stark gold buttons and the cut. And I feel like when it comes to a blazer or a jacket, it needs to be really versatile. To me, this is not something that you can wear often because it just kind of stands out. It looks very, very polished and tailored, and I could see why many people consider this a classic, but I also feel like in a way it's super trendy and somewhat dated because now not many people talk about this Balmain jacket as much, and it feels like it's kind of gone to the side with all the other trends. So here I'm going to show you the one that I got. This is the one that I tried on at Zara's for $69, I believe, and it's giving Balmain vibes for sure. I'm going to show you the actual item in a second. Okay, so here's the actual jacket that I picked up from Zara's, and I just looked at my records since I do write down everything that I buy. I purchased this last year for $89.90, so under $100, and I know that it's not the exact same as the Balmain jacket, but it does have this beautiful ivory tweed material, and you saw in my photos earlier there's a near duplicate of this design from Balmain. It's got the nice pointed collars, and then of course the classic yellow gold buttons. Now, it's interesting because I feel like nowadays there's so many mainstream brands and high street brands and lesser known brands as well that come out with such similar designs that are kind of inspired by the runway or from the luxury designers, and they come out at a fraction of the cost, much more affordable, and it's a really good way to test out if you want a more expensive item. So I'm glad I tested this one out because I think it's cute, and I have worn this a couple times, but I will admit that of all the blazers that I own, this is the least worn, and I think it's because of the gold buttons. So I'm actually thinking about bringing this to the tailor and getting the buttons switched out for something a little bit more subtle. And the funny thing is, isn't it ironic that this is kind of one of the like signature traits of the Balmain blazer, but I don't really love this, the gold. So if I had splurged thousands of dollars for the Balmain, the real jacket, I probably would have regretted it. Whereas this was under $100. I could have bought maybe 15 of these or 20 of these for the price of one Balmain jacket. So I'm really glad that I did not buy that so-called classic for my wardrobe. Next item is the Gucci belt. We all know this belt. It's got the classic GG logo, and for a while this was so popular. May still be popular, I'm not sure, but I feel like I don't hear about it as much anymore, and I see a lot for sale on the secondhand market, so used versions. But I'm not saying this is a bad looking belt. I feel like it's just very signature Gucci, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it was so popular for a while, and I feel like almost everyone had this belt that it became really saturated and overdone, in my opinion. And in that way, it became kind of like a trend item, and it also feels a bit dated. I also feel like it sometimes takes away from the outfit. So I opted for this Hermes Kelly belt instead. I feel like it's really elegant and simple and minimalist, has no logos, doesn't scream designer, and I feel like you can dress it up or down. I have two of these belts and I feel like they're just really versatile. This picture right here is me dressed up for New York Fashion Week. My husband and I went last year, and I just wore the black version with a really simple black knit dress, and it was super comfortable and nice. So here's my black Kelly belt. Actually, this is the Kelly pocket belt. Comes with this little pocket, and it fits cards and cash and ID, and it has this little thing here so you can loop it right through and wear it just like this on the belt, but oftentimes I wear it without the pocket, just as a simple belt. And the reason why I love this is because it's so simple, you'll never get sick of this design, and it's really smartly made. So you see back here, this mechanism allows you to shorten and lengthen the belt, but there's no buckle, so it doesn't matter the sizing, meaning that if you gain a few pounds or lose a few pounds, or you want to wear this high up on your higher small waist, you can tighten it up and do that. If you want to wear it lower with low cut jeans, let's say, you can pull it down and expand it. So I love the design. So that's the black one with the gold hardware, and it has the black Epsom leather. And then this is actually the first one that I got in gold. You guys know how much I love the Hermes gold color. So this one is rose gold hardware. Some fingerprints. So this is the rose gold hardware, and this is the yellow gold hardware. You can probably see the subtle difference, and it's just beautiful. So again, love this design, the sort of like one size fits all universal design, and makes it just really easy. So I opted for this one, and I feel like this will just never go out of style because there's nothing about it that's screaming designer. There's nothing that's like super in your face, and I feel like it will just stand the test of time. Next up are the Chanel Dad sandals. Yes. Yeah, as you can see, dad sandals are literally everywhere right now. That's what the articles were saying for a while, and they were so popular. I think they're still quite popular, and I have to say, when they first released, I thought they were absolutely hideous, but it's funny how the more you see something, the more you kind of get used to it, and then I started thinking, oh, they're not so bad. Would I wear them? No. Would I wear them with socks? Heck no. It's just not the look that I'm going for, but I can see that they're, cushioned, and they look comfortable, and they're thicker. They're not like these dainty little sandals, so I feel like they're better for walking. But I have sandals that look kind of similar. You can see with me and my kids, I'm sitting in the middle with my black Teva sandals. I'll give you a close-up. I know these are not Chanel, but they're super comfortable and lightweight. Okay, so these are a few years old and they're dirty, so I'm not going to put them down, but these are my Teva sandals. And if you don't know Teva, they make the most comfortable sandals here, Teva. I'll try to link everything down below that I feature in this video so you can find them easily. These are so comfortable. They've got Velcro. I know they're not the most good-looking pair of sandals, but neither are the Chanel Dad sandals, but they're perfect for walking. They're really lightweight, and they wear well. And like I said, these are a couple years old, and these are so comfortable that every summer I order Teva sandals for my kids as well. So this year, these are my daughter's Teva sandals that I got her, and these are my son's. So these are pretty new since summer, is just about to kick off. I ordered new ones for them, and I wouldn't order new ones if their feet stopped growing, it's just their kids, their feet keep growing. Mine, like I said, I've had for a few years, and it's holding up really well. So I do recommend Teva sandals if you're looking for something like this. Staying on the theme of sandals, here we've got the Hermes Oran sandals. These are so popular, considered classics in everyone's summer wardrobe. So at some point I had convinced myself that I needed these. I went to the boutique and I tried them on. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. And every single time they were so uncomfortable on my feet. The H cutout would be digging into the skin on the top of my foot. My pinky toe felt really pinched and smushed on the sides. And while I know that this works for many people, I also watched a lot of YouTube videos of people saying that you have to break these in and bear with blisters and cuts for a few weeks before they mold to your feet. And I guess I just can't do that. I don't have it in me. So I opted for something else. I opted for these beautiful Everlane leather sandals. They're called the crossover sandals. I'll link them down below. They are a bestseller, and they're so buttery soft. You can just tell by the photo how buttery soft they are. Let me show you in real life. So here they are, the Everlane crossover sandals. You can just tell by the leather, it is butter. It is so soft. There is no break-in period. There is no, cutting or digging into your feet. There's absolutely no blisters. Because there's no edges, there's nothing that's like, I don't know, it's hard to describe, but everything is folded. You can see it's all folded, so it's all soft, curved edges. There's nothing to dig in at all. And it's not the most, padded sandal, but if you compare these to the Orans, I would say they're either comparable or maybe even more supportive because the bottoms are that rubbery material versus that kind of like slippery material with the Orans. So I really love these. I wish I had got them in the black at the same time because I wanted to test them out in one color before I ordered another, but now the black ones are sold out in my size. I would say they're true to size. I'm usually between an 8 and an 8.5, and with open back sandals, I prefer them to be a little bit bigger versus a little bit too short. So I went with an 8.5, and they're perfect. So I'd say true to size, but if you're in between sizes like me, just go with the higher size. Next up, we've got the Love bracelet from Cartier. Please don't come after me. I know this is so popular, and for a lot of you, you own these and it probably has sentimental value because a loved one gifted it to you. There's different styles and different sizes, some with diamonds, some without. This is the blingiest one. It's about $45,000. I don't have anything against the Love bracelet, but I don't particularly feel drawn to it. I don't love, by the way, the screwdriver thing where you have to unscrew it to take it off. I take off all my jewelry before bed, so this would drive me crazy. I also don't love how everyone's arm stack is starting to look alike. For years, I would look online and it's like, you have to have a Love bracelet, you have to have a Justin Clue bracelet, you have to have the Van Cleef bracelet. It's like, no, I kind of like the, playfulness of having a different looking jewelry collection, more unique. And I don't know, I've never gravitated towards the Cartier Love bracelet. I don't think I ever will. Many of you have asked me why I don't own it, and that's intentional. So this is my quote-unquote arm stack. I don't go crazy with my bracelets, but I do sometimes wear 2 or 3 at a time. This one is a custom design that my husband had made at our local jeweler. I've talked about this in my jewelry collection in previous videos. This is a diamond tennis bracelet that my husband gifted to me, and I feel like they go really nicely together. And there's nothing like kind of typical, I guess. I hope this is not offensive to anyone, but I just feel like this stack is simple and timeless, but it's not like the predictable, here's the Love bracelet and here's the other Cartier and here's the Van Cleef. I feel like that has become a little bit played out, and I don't have anything against any of those jewelry designs individually, but I feel like it's a bit overdone when worn all together by a lot of people at the same time. So when it comes to jewelry, you guys know, if you've watched my previous videos, I do like to stick to more personalized and more unique jewelry that is either custom or one of a kind or handed down, or I have some jewelry pieces that I haven't shown that were handed down as kind of like heirlooms. They were redesigned from gems and pieces from family members. So those are a little bit more fancy, so I don't wear them as much, but I do really like the sentimental stories behind each jewelry piece versus like the designer label necessarily. So yeah, I had to put the Cartier Love bracelet on this list. And then let's move on to the Louis Vuitton Neverfull. I love Cassie's face in this thumbnail. This is Cassie Thorpe. If you don't know her YouTube channel, definitely check her out. She's a riot. So whether it be in monogram or damier ebene or in leather or different sizes, I've just never gravitated towards the Neverfull. I have nothing against it, but it's the one bag that I know I will never purchase for myself. I'm just not really into totes or designer totes, and I feel like this is a workhorse bag that can be really, really long lasting and durable and practical for a lot of people, but just has never called my name. I see it a lot all over the place in New York. I went to go try them on. This is me in the monogram because you guys insisted that I try. And here it is in the Empreinte version, which I thought was also pretty nice. And this was my favorite one, the Epi leather in black, but not enough for me to want to buy it. But I did try, you guys. For me, when it comes to needing like a workhorse, fuss-free, very low-maintenance tote bag, this is what I gravitate towards, my Longchamp Le Pliage tote. This is in the small size, but it actually holds so much more, so it's misleading. I feel like it's kind of like a large tote, actually, but I understand some people carry more than me. I love the zipper and the closure here, so it's super secure. It's not like this gaping open tote. I feel safe with it, and it's nylon, so it's water-resistant, it's lightweight. If I want to get a little bit more polished, I'll wear this Cuyana tote that I got recently, and it's this really nice sort of soft leather. It's more smushy and doesn't have a lot of structure, but I feel like you can put a lot in here and just really pack it, and it looks really nice. So I feel like there are so many options with tote bags. I don't have to necessarily go with the classic Neverfull. I also never got into the LV bum bag trend. I know that this is a very popular item, and it's not just LV, but the Gucci one. I just think the bum bag, designer bum bag look was never a thing for me. I feel like it's kind of sporty, and you can do that with any belt bag or bum bag that's a fraction of the price. So these are my non-designer quote-unquote bum bags that I feel give me a really sporty look whenever I want to, I don't know, try this kind of sideways front chest style. This is the Lululemon belt bag. I did a full review on this one. It holds so much more than you would think. I got this cream colored one as well because it's just so handy dandy for travel and running around doing errands or working out. Then I've got my Uniqlo little half moon bag. This also can be worn high, sort of across the chest. And I did a full review on this one too. The prices on these are so affordable. Under $40 for the Lululemon belt bag. Under, I think under $40 also for, I think like $20 maybe for the Uniqlo bag. I did a giveaway with a couple of these not too long ago. So 2 of you won these as part of my giveaway. And they're just easy. They're not logoed out. They're not designer, so they're not in your face. You can wear them anytime, wherever you go. You can feel safe with them. And because of the price, you don't have to worry if something were to get on them or if you ruined it, but it's really also like super durable, water resistant, stain resistant. So I feel like you can't go wrong with these. And if you wanted this kind of look, you don't have to splurge for the designer version. Now I know it seems like I'm picking on Louis Vuitton, but I'm not meaning to. This is the LV Keep All, another very popular quote unquote classic. But when I look at this, I think heavy. Like, doesn't matter which size Keep All you get. It's big and bulky, and I know that the canvas material is light, but if you're going to fill it and carry it, it's heavy. Even if you're going a short distance, like look how it looks on top of a luggage. It doesn't even sit properly because it's so big. It hangs over the sides, right? So I've seen people at the airports with these, and they're schlepping them, and they don't look very happy. They look tired. They look like their arms might be aching. And me being a bit of a wimp, I cannot schlep this around. Look at this. This is Hugh Jackman with his muscles, and this is what it looks like when he's carrying it. And I'm no Hugh Jackman. It looks like it's forcing him to flex his muscles. And here's like more like my frame, okay? And this is what one of the Keep Alls look like on this model, this woman. It just hangs. There's a lot of weight to hang on you. I have the Speedy B35 size, and this, when it's packed to the brim, just going on a short trip, carrying it down a few blocks or just walking through the airport, it gets really heavy. I've taken this with me, you guys know, on short weekend trips or overnight trips, even getting this into the car or into a taxi. I'm like, oh my gosh, hurry up, take it. And it's because I pack it like full. And so if I had this much more space because it was a Keep All and I packed it to the brim, there's no way I can schlep that around. Or maybe I could, but I don't want to. So it's a no. This one is now my go-to, my Tumi travel tote. I've done a full review on this bag. I know it's not as, flashy and designer, but it's lightweight, it's super easy. It's got the luggage sleeve, so you just plop it right onto your rolling suitcase. It's not gonna slip and slide like the Speedy would, and it's got this sort of moisture wicking lining. This is so good. I know many of you guys bought this after my review. It's a really good, huge tote. Look how big it is. It will probably fit as much as one of the smaller Keep Alls. So don't take my word for it. Here's the photo from the Tumi website. It slips right over the handle on the rolling suitcase. So easy. It's really compact. It folds up into a pouch that it actually comes with, so you can actually pack this just in case you need an extra tote on your way back if you do some shopping. Slips right into one of your zippered compartments in your luggage. It's $150, but some of the colors are on sale for $105 right now, so I'll link it down below. Next, we've got the LV luggage or the trunk. This is their heritage, LV luggage pieces. So I'm not saying anything negative about them. I just feel like, wait, hang on. This woman is wearing almost everything I talked about. The Balmain jacket, the Gucci belt, LV Neverfull, LV luggage, and Hermes Oran sandals. This is not a coincidence, is it? It is, but anyway. This is what happens to luggage. I have nothing against LV luggage, but luggage pieces get moved around and dropped and abused, really. And for security reasons also, if you're screaming designer with your luggage pieces, I don't know how safe that is. The inside of the luggage looks like just any other. I use Delsey. It's a Parisian brand, and I love their luggage. I travel a lot, and I find their luggage to be durable and lightweight, so no need for me to even consider LV luggage as an option. Next up are these Gucci Ace sneakers. They were so popular for a while, kind of died down recently. These bumblebee ones I had my eye on, and I'll confess I actually ordered them. I never even showed you guys because they were really uncomfortable for me. I felt like the bottoms were super hard, and so I quickly returned them. And I've since realized that I like this tennis style sneaker, and I like the white look, but I don't need it to be Gucci. And I felt like this embellishment and the design, while cute and playful and pretty, I felt like I would get sick of it. So after returning the first pair, I wound up really appreciating the Haan sneakers that I wear, and you guys know which ones they are if you've been following me a while. I've said it a million times and I'll say it again. These are my all-time favorite sneakers. I've gifted a pair to my mom, the men's version to my dad, to my husband, and they all say they're so comfortable. They're super lightweight. I walk in these. Sometimes I will walk miles and miles in these, like 50 city blocks, and I feel nothing. There's no break-in period. Never any problems. I wear these no-show socks with them, but if I'm in a hurry and I have to run out just to pick up my kids from school, sometimes I'll just slip them on with no socks and still no problems whatsoever. They're all leather, so they're wipeable, and so they stay pretty clean even in the concrete jungle of Manhattan. This is probably like my 10th pair, not because they get so dirty, but because I walk a lot and I wear through these soles after, if you walk a lot and you're not driving places, then your soles will get much worn faster. But I love these. I highly recommend these, you guys. All right, so if you own any of the classics that I talked about and you're happily enjoying them, then please continue to enjoy them. It's just that these classics, while they may be perfect for many, many people out there, they just are not for me. And so I wanted to share with you my alternatives and what I chose instead, and how I'm deciding to curate my wardrobe and my collection in my own way. Let me know down below in the comments if any of this resonated with you, and also if you have any classics that you stayed away from and what you purchased instead. I would love to know also your alternatives, because not everything has to be deemed a classic and not everything has to have a designer label on it. It depends on how much you feel you're going to get use out of it and if you feel like it's got value for you, right? So hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Everything that I showed, I will try to link down below if I can find links, so it'll be easier for you versus hunting. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.